in Melbourne, but they do really have the use of the sou'wester. Welsh, at least Walsh for Richmond. A shark there by Morgan, and Morgan back towards centre field. He's going to drive right up looking for Jackson. Stewart in good position. Stewart, fullback, great tussle against Jacko today. The hand passes on. Graham Landy, outer half-back flank. The short pass looks for Anea and finds him. Great disposal. Nice lead by Anea. Now he's using the right boot. Normally favours the left. And there's Lee. Lee, centre field for Richmond. He'll look for the leading Taylor. Here comes Taylor. Has he got enough pace to get there? He has. 45 metres out. The angle 45 degrees. And if there is a breeze of any telling magnitude down there on the surface, it should pull up this kick from Taylor. He's kicking right into it. 4 goals to him so far, 3 in this term, and from 45 metres. Looks a great kick by Taylor. That's his 5th. And the difference now 2 goals in favour of Geelong, 14 minutes into the 3rd term.
14 and a half minutes gone. Tigers roaring. Lee, Kane running onto it. But Boss upsets the Richmond apple cart. Kicks to half forward towards Flanagan. Good spoil by Peart. Williams. Paddle out the side was well done to Drum. Big flying shot. Oh, easy one for Bright. Unopposed. Kicks a goal. 4th goal, Terry Bright.
It's their 1st goal since the resumption after half-time, whereas the Tigers, through Brian Taylor's 4 goals, have added exactly that. Peake sending the Cats back into attack, looking for Flanagan. 3 against 1. He was really undermanned there. Here's Mike Turner. Hurried kick in the direction of Ablett. He's got a lot of pace. Oh, beats Francis beautifully. Here's the kick for goal. Beauty. Great play, Gary Ablett. There's the bounce to commence the final term, with the Cats at the Melbourne ground leading the Tigers by 8 points. Reynoldson replacing Malarkey in the selected team today. Bruns, the kick smothered by Big Lee, almost takes teammate Rioli's head off. Rioli playing a grand second half. Lee again, scrambly football, centre half back for the Cats. Play allowed to go on. Egan. Now it goes out towards Wall. Wall up towards Taylor. What a great mark. What a beauty. And it's been Brian Taylor leading the Tigers' revival with 5 goals in the 3rd term. Some hard workers further afield, of course, but Brian Taylor, remember, again spearheaded such a revival way back early in May when Richmond inflicted the Hawks' first defeat for season 1984. Now, Brian Taylor has 6 goals, 5 of them in the 3rd term, chance for number 7, almost point-blank range. And the difference is 2 points at the Melbourne ground after 1.5 minutes of the final quarter.
Minute and a half gone, and this game really alive. At half-time, Geelong led by 32 points. The margin is back to 2, but here go the Cats through Bright. From half forward, kicks it high. Jackson with the chance. Whistle on play, free kick Jackson. Marked it anyway, but the whistle went while the ball was in flight. Point-blank range, he's only kicked 1. So goals to each of the full forwards in the first 2 minutes of the last quarter, which shapes as a real thriller. Geelong lead by 8 points.
Thrilling match here at the Melbourne ground after 6 minutes of this final term. Big crowd. Whitcomb, bear hug by his opposite number 18 in Mervyn Kane, and the umpire quite rightly calls for the ball. Umpire Tony Bryant. Danger here for the Cats. The Richmond conversion will see the difference, only 2 points. Oh, straight into the hands of Peter Welsh. And what's he done? He's put it through for behind.
2 errors of the greatest magnitude imaginable.
Very, very large errors. And Welsh, although you could see what they were trying to do, Welsh really read it very, very well, and unfortunately was unable to execute the shot for goal.
Well, 6.5 minutes gone. A few hearts and mouths there as Jeffries goes long with the torpedo. Lee was mauled, no free. Good tackling by Richmond. Lets them in. Jep. Anea goes long. Taylor has the sit again. Chiming in brilliantly was Boss. Bursts out of defence and goes towards Turner. Francis the spoiler. Whitcomb dives onto it. Ball up. Half-forward line for Richmond. The Tigers really applying the pressure now.
Plenty of adrenaline running on the field and outside the fence as well. The supporters really keyed up now. There's Rioli. He's been a fine player for the Tigers in the second half. Threads it out towards Jep. Jep up towards Lee. Lee, yes. No, it's Roach. 2-3 grabs at centre half forward and within scoring distance. Fine mark under pressure. The ball very high. Reynoldson went for the tap.
Yes, Roach playing at centre half forward because of Jess's absence through injury from early in the match. Taken 3 or 4 good marks, but hasn't really exerted influence on Reynoldson, who's been outstanding.
Now the difference is 7 points. Roach, it's through. Fine goal.
So a point the difference. 8.5 minutes into the last quarter. What a comeback by Richmond. Here they go. Anea, Egan. Egan, a brilliant performer after half-time. Kane, but taken by O'Keefe, who boots Geelong forward. Ablett couldn't mark it because of Peart's great spoil. Still Ablett. Great smother by Peart. Oh, tremendous effort. Fights on for the footy. Francis. Strawn, met by Turner. Now Jep. Hooks it back to the middle. Lee and Mossop. Mossop the big fist. Williams the chance for the Cats. Pops it over to Turner. Didn't place it well. Palm, the paddle. Jep. Bright tackles. Push in the back. Free kick to Jep.
Right in front of the members' stand. But unlucky Terry Bright rushing in from behind. Jep head over the ball, sends it down towards Lee this time. Knocked down by Mossop in the direction of Williams. Williams to centre half forward, and the mark taken by Damien Drum. Fine position made by Drum. An equally fine kick. Whether it was intentional or not, I'm not too certain. It certainly found its mark. And Drum within scoring distance. One of the 2 interchange players for the Cats, but he's done a fair share of work since coming onto the field. Here's the kick, pulling up in the breeze. It's pulling up, but it's long enough, but the target was not quite found. Behind, the difference now 2 points. 100 up for the Cats, 14-16 to 14-14, 10 minutes into this final term.
9 goals to 3 since half-time in Richmond's favour. Stewart looks for Peart, finds him. Away he goes. Low pass, finds Welsh. On the wing. 15 metres against Toohey. Welsh kicks beyond half forward. Egan comes in from the side. Yes! Rioli has a word of advice. Probably one word, steady. And they've lost the ball. I don't know what that was for, really.
The edge out, apparently, Tim.
He certainly didn't edge anyone out when he was going for the mark. Perhaps it was against another player. Lee gets the big fist down. Morgan bangs it to half forward. Out comes Jackson, but he can't get there in time. And Landy takes the mark at half back.
Graham Landy against his former team. Seems to enjoy playing against Geelong. And Terry Bright coming back quickly enough. And he's then dragged 15 metres. Up towards Lee. Lee in front. Down to the ground it goes. Tigers coming forward. Rollings has Francis outside. Back inboard he goes. The long raking left footer. Up there for Taylor again. Knocked down by Jeffries. Off hands Wall. It's through. The Tigers in front. Number 3 for Wall.
The Tigers in front for the first time in the match.
Incredible reversal since half-time. Mossop wins. Cat's not out of this yet. Bright. Dynamic player up forward to Turner. Over the top, the call was on, but he goes for home, drives and sinks it. His 4th goal.
Michael Turner on the ball for the Cats. He's kicked 4 goals straight. Fine effort. Oh, coming through there was Anea for the Tigers. Now up towards Taylor. Jeffries in front. Taylor from behind. Jeffries knocks it down. Chance for Roach. Cats defence now through Reynoldson and on to Tui. Slow to get rid of it though. Tackled by Kane. Ball running free. Williams. And now the Cats through Mark Boss, an awkward left footer, looking for Turner. The ball might bounce over the line. It has. And not good disposal there because Turner was making good ground. Flanagan back on the field. Expense of Damien Drum for the Cats. Williams scrabbling away on the ground. Lee over the top of him. Difference 2 points. Geelong in front. Taking back the initiative from the Tigers for the moment. 13.5 minutes gone, final term.
Bounces to Cole, who's immediately dumped. Free kick, no, ball up. Good decision. Wall, the last man up. It's just on Richmond's attacking side of the outer wing. The Cats in front by half a kick as Lee gets the thump. Down to Roach, high in the air. Out comes Jeffries backing his judgment and does it all, and down he goes.
And a fine mark by Jeffries and very unnecessary play by Peter Welch there. That is the sort of play that is extremely dangerous.
Surprising that the umpire didn't act upon it, in fact.
Yes, I think so.
Turner, who's doing his darndest to make sure the Cats don't let this one slide away. Kicks to the centre. Mossop in front. Anir didn't get the bounce. Kane. Lee the paddle was well done to Anir from the centre of the ground. Towards Welch. Where will it bounce? Tui meets him and beats him. Gets the free kick on the half-back line for the Cats.
Final term, just on 15 minutes gone. You could say at the halfway stage, and Geelong are 2 points in front. Bernard Tui, grand defender all day. Up looking there for Ablett. He was one out against about 3 Richmond players. Peart has grabbed, didn't have possession, too high anyway. And Peart takes the free kick in front of the members' stand, half-back flank for the Tigers. Short passes there for him. Anir. Oh, not a good pass right over the top of Anir, although he probably should have made ground. Picked up by Morgan. Spears it in towards centre half forward. And the mark taken over there for the Cats by O'Keefe. Kick forward there by Turner again. It's bouncing. And off hands of Peake there. And through for a behind. So 3 points the difference now. 107 plays, 104. 15.5 minutes final term. Kick off by Craig Stewart.
Gets a call on the outer side from Palm. Bruns bearing down, but he has tons of time to steady. Just lands it inside for a throw-in on the wing. Half the quarter gone. We're approaching the 16-minute mark. The Cats in front by 3 points after they led by 32 at half-time and 8 at the last change. Linking arms, the big men. Mossop grabs front position and O'Keefe gets the knock eventually. Egan. Anir. Oh, weak tackle then from Williams. Out to Francis. Drives Richmond forward towards the Taylor lead. Just out in front of him. Here comes Jeffries. Good tackle. Oh, a great tackle.
A fine tackle, and really looked as though Taylor really had an option to go and try and mark that, and he appeared to hold up a little bit. I don't know whether the perspective's a bit odd, but I thought he could have probably got to it.
And Jeffries really playing with a lot of determination. Turner up. Not a mark, though. On the ground, Anir. Met by Bruns. Gets it off to Rioli. Here's the magician at work. Had to scramble the kick. Kane under it. Reynoldson spoils. Anir again. Here's a chance. Oh, great smother by Boss. Still the chance on. Rollings. Puts his team in front. At the 17-minute mark.
So just for the second time in the match, the Tigers back in front. They lead by 3 points, 17.5 minutes into the final term. What a fantastic comeback it's been by the Tigers, and what a great match, particularly since half-time. Mossop, but the penalty had been awarded to Bruns. High tackle, Bruns towards centre half forward, 15-metre penalty, the ball coming back. Player over the mark was Egan. Neville Bruns to take the free kick, just that 15 metres closer to the scoring zone.
Another professional 15 yards, just giving the Tiger backs time to pick up the Geelong forwards.
Bruns waiting for the lead, not forthcoming, although Flanagan now right across in the face of Jackson. Wasn't good play. Behind was Bright, chance for Morgan, not clear by Peart. Ball running close to the boundary line. Will it go out? It was out, and the boundary umpire picks it up. Tough play there by Flanagan.
And the photographer went flying onto the seat of his pants. I think he was the most shaken man of the 41. Well, a bit of feeling out there. Flanagan really flung Palm to the ground. Here's Morgan finessing. I think he needed to be a bit more single-minded about the ball than that. Ball up. 30 metres from the Cats' goal. They're down by 3 points, approaching the 19-minute mark. Ablett up from behind. Taken away by Anir. Across ground. Walsh has got it at half-back for Richmond.
Pursued there by O'Keefe, but it's been a grand tussle. Walsh has been a good player. Egan now, talking of good players, he's been a beauty since half-time. Wall tackled. Plenty of Geelong players there. Bright tried to escape with it. Egan goes down. Now Rioli. What's the decision? A bounce. Well, you can't complain about lack of endeavour there. They're all going in.
No, and certainly the Geelong players, some tremendous tackling.
Here's the bounce. Lee quite clearly, but it's been nip and tuck in the ruck between Lee and Mossop, certainly at three-quarter time, just about honours even there with the hit-outs. Gary Ablett, this time in front of Peart, who's really taken the ascendancy since quarter time. Ablett, beautiful kick. Now he'll look for Jackson. Jackson from behind. Oh, this ball could bounce through. I think it has. What a mammoth kick. What a beauty, Gary Ablett. That's his third. And while the tussle was there between Stewart and Jackson, it just cleared them, and isn't Gary Ablett happy?
We've crossed the 20-minute mark in this final term at the MCG, and what a last quarter. Lee wins. Peake and Rioli, the former Western Australians, and Kane swoops to half forward. Out comes Jeffries, backed his judgment and won again. Brilliant stuff. And finds Williams between half-back and centre. Out wide to Peake, gives it to Bruns. Here's a big chance for the Cats. The vice-captain with the ball in front of him. Time to steady and think about it. Looks for Flanagan. Jackson and Ablett again. Flying shot. His fourth.
And those two goals by Gary Ablett clinched it for the Cats, and they beat Richmond by 12 points after they'd led by 32 at half-time.
This year, Dog.